So I have to. Iman, you record the lesson, right?
Yes.
Iman? Okay, so I think it will be fine. Because I forget to record up to this point. Okay, very bad. Okay, anyway. So the first line, we're using the sound ka. So this will be the sound ka. Like a bit like car, no, like car. You go very simple way, maybe like car, like car. So it's like car. Okay, so the first column will be this one. Ka, normal sound, without anything weird. Okay? So next, we're going to have like a kind of a soft sound. Okay? It's very easy for English people because it will be the cup kind of sound. Ha. You know, so you make some like soft aspiration kind of feeling. So it will be, we can represent it by an H, you know, maybe up, down like this. Maybe you go an H on top, and then you go here. Ha, ha. Can you try? Sogani, ha. No, Sogani. Okay.
Oui.
Let's try Iman.
Yes, yes.
Ha,
Ha.
ha, ha, ha. Like this. Very soft. Okay. So that's the second color. Ha. Okay. And the third one will be very strong. I will say like heavy. You know, will be something like car, like that. Okay, so you see the same sound, car sound, but with different modulation. Soft, sorry, normal, soft, and heavy. That's it. That's the only thing you need to know. So you will see this thing in all these different letters. So all these different letters have the same kind of feeling. You will have ka, ka, ka. Oh, marginal right, good. Okay. Okay, so that will be the first three letters of each line. And then you have something, maybe I put another color because it will be very different. So this will be na. And it's very interesting because for Tibetan people, and you will see, okay, for Tibetan people, I don't see anyone, okay, it's okay in case you speak. So for Tibetan people, there is one letter word, you know, like one letter is one word, and it's no need to more, you don't need to add anything. So this na a lot of meaning, and this means actually I. So the first, so this will be, let me do it here. So this will be, I say, ka. And this one is ma. So this is like singing without the ing. So you go it's kind of sound, and you have the na, na. And this make the sound na, and this is I. Okay, so it's like when you say something, I am Sokani. So you would say I, na, na, this guy. This, okay, so that's very important. This is our first Tibetan word, na. Okay, is it clear for the first line? Yes.
Can you repeat the line?
One more time. What did you say?
Can you repeat the line?
Sure. So you get ka, 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 na. Okay, ka, ka, ka. Ah, but you will have a recording by a Tibetan official, so you will practice on, let's say, speaking and repeating this will be very important. Okay, let's go to the second line. So the second line, the sound is cha. So maybe T-C-H-A, something like that, cha. Okay, but I don't know any word like that, cha, but T-C-H-A. So here you will have the same feeling. So you will have the three sounds, okay, of this one sound, cha. So this one will be just cha without any weird aspect, just cha, normal cha. And the second will be the same thing. So maybe I put it here. So cha, I don't know what to say about cha, maybe like this. So here you will have normal cha that I said. Here you will have the same thing, but you need to add this H as we do before. So it's a bit like softer, like you breathe in some air, making cha, cha, something like that. Okay? So cha, maybe we have this one. And the same thing here, we go very heavy. Cha. So we get cha, 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 like that. Make sense? Okay? Is it okay for everyone? Yes, no? Yep,
Yes.
okay, good. Perfect. Then you have this. And then once again, we have something completely different here. Okay? So there is no more this kind of rule, 1, 2, 3, and it's completely different. And this one is N, Y, A. Nya. Nya. Okay, nya. Maybe I good as this. Nya. And this means something. You see here there is a fish. It's not an accident because actually this is fish. Just one letter, one word. So if you want to say fish in Tibetan, you just write this letter nya and boom, fish. Only this. Don't need anything else. But be careful, I just write the point. You need the point because this is like the end of the syllable. Okay. Nya. So if you have to repeat this line, it will be cha, 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 nya. Okay? Everyone is okay with that? Someone want to try? Marine, do you want to try to see how it's looks? Yeah?
Yes, I can.
Marine, can
I
you try this letter? Try to read this one, the second line.
Chai.
Cha. Yeah?
Cha.
Yeah?
Cha.
Cha. And the last
Nya.
one? Very good. Yeah, very good. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And you can learn also this is another word. You see many words, one letter. So this one is actually tea. You know, a cup of tea, tea. So this one is tea. So you see, in the alphabet, we have words. It's kind of weird because if you say in English, like, can you give me your B? I forget my A. You know, it was like what? But in Tibetan, is actually word. You know, you have word made by one letter. That's completely okay. Good. Next line. So we move on to the third line now. This one. This one here. So this one is a very simple sound, which is ta. You know, ta. Like, I don't know, in English you have like table. Like, very simple. So the third line, the word is ta, the sound ta. And we will have exactly the same thing. So you get normal ta without any thinking, table, to be able to like in table. Okay, so like ta, normal table. Okay. Then you have another one with the soft sound. So you get ha, ha. Like soft breathing in air kind of sound. Okay, so you get this one. Ha. And then of course you have the last one with a heavy sound. Will be ta. I make ta like this, and then I underline to show like this heavy kind of sound. Ta. Okay? And as before, we get something nothing to do with it. This time is na, N-A, nap. Okay. So, oh, someone is coming. Okay. So this one it will be na, like this. Na could have a lot of meaning, you know. Na, and no one has appear here, but I think it's okay. Okay. So na could have a lot of meaning. Okay. One of the meaning of na, it could be if to say something. But it's very simple in Tibetan. You say something and at the end you do na and make like if you are Tibetan, if you want to do something, that will be this na. And it means also to be sick. So when you say sick, nagidu means I am sick. I have some headache, or long distance say go nagidu means I have headache. I have like pain in my head, literally. So this kind of thing. But we're going to learn this in more in detail in the grammar part. So right now we just learn the alphabet. Good. So now, so 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I say before? 4 is here. Okay. So 4, 5. Okay. So now we go to the fourth line. So this one is also very simple sound. The sound this time is pa, like, I don't know, paper, pa, pa, something very easy. Pa, I use like pat, or something. Let's say,
Sa?
yeah, very, but I was looking for some French, some English word using pa. Maybe, I don't know.
Passport.
Pathogen, passport, password, pa, pa, this is just pa. Or path, pa. Okay, so this one. So this one is just a simple one, like passport, pa. And then you get this one here. So you go ha, ha. And then, as before, ah, so you see the same pattern every time. So it's kind of easy. The first colon, you say it normally. The second, it's a bit soft. And the third, heavy. So you have this three aspects as well. So pa, ha, pa. And you can really think like this one is very English. But French, we don't have so much this kind of sound. But in English, you have it like cup of tea, half. Like this kind of ha. It's kind of let's say, soft breathing in sound. Okay, good. Next, we have something completely different as before, which this time is ma. So ma, as kind of expected, is like the mother. So the mother of something, like your mother, mama, ama, like the mother. Or you have also something about negation. When you do negation, something it will always start with a ma. Like you say, there is no, not this one, or is absent. It will be in Tibetan, me, means there is no this thing. Or if you want to negate something, you go mare. Ma, the negation. Re means it is. Mare, it is not. So this kind of thing. So ma is kind of connecting also to feminine. Like you say la, we don't know feminine or masculine. If you say la mu, we like the goddess. So ma is all this aspect, feminine and negation. This kind of thing is very, very used in Tibetan, this letter ma. Okay. Okay, almost there. So the last line of this group, it's very simple. It's actually, if you look carefully, it's exactly like this one. Okay, but we add something. If I make it a little bit bigger to make it see. So this one is the second line. Okay, and if you want to go to the fifth line, just add this stuff in red. This one I had here. Okay, so you see, that's the only difference. Is this little thing? I don't know how you call it, but it's like this little thing, maybe like an antenna or something like that. Okay, and then he makes a different sound. So this time the second line was sharp, right? So this one is different. You have to take CH away and you replace by an S. So you can think in this way. This guy changed CH into S. Otherwise, everything stays the same. So maybe I write this way. So T, oh wait, to write in yo, oh wait, this one. So, okay, and this, yeah, j'ai compris. Okay, so T, maybe I should take away this, it will be better. I have to use this one. Yeah. So where do I use this one? Okay, anyway. So T, as I said, S, okay, and A. It's basically like this. Okay, so this one you have the first one, which is sa, sa. Okay, so fifth line. I don't know what you have. Sa, maybe like in English, I don't know. Sing, sing, I don't know. If there are any word like sa, maybe you can tell me after. So anyway, the one is sa. Here we have the same kind of thing, but as always, we have a H. Okay, so will be sa. Okay, so you have an H, sa, like this. Like an H, like this. Sa, like that. And then this one very strong TS, sa, like that. Sa, that's it. Okay, and now, so you have this one. Maybe I can say it one more time. So you will have sa, 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 like this. Okay, sa, 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 like this. Okay, and then here, very weird, very strange, because I don't know why, but it's like that. So we have one letter in the entire alphabet that only serve for one thing and one thing only, which is fox. I don't know why. In the alphabet, we have this fox letter. So this letter, you can only write fox with it. Could be something like connecting to fox, like sharp, let's say that, how you call it, like a cap or something make of odds, make of fox.
Hat.
Okay, so if you want to eat like fox flesh or a hat made of fox, it will be your fox, it will be that. That's the only use of it. So if you don't know this letter, really it won't change a lot of things. Okay, right now. No more light maybe on mine. Okay, that's all. That's not big deal. Okay, so this will be wa. Okay, wa. I cannot say much about that, just wa. And this will be only about fox. Okay, so wa, fox, nothing else. Okay, and that's it. So in this one, we finish the first group. So it's this kind of rule. Normal sound. Ta, cha, pa. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Ta, pa, sa. Okay. Same sound, but softer. Ka, cha, ta, pa, sa. Okay. And then the same sound, but harder, heavier. Ka, cha, ta, pa, sa. And then something completely out of space, no need connection to this one. Na, nya, na, ma, wa. And that's it. Is it clear? Do you have understand the first fifth line of the Tibetan alphabet? Let's go maybe asking for Iman. Do you have any question? Do you understand everything so far? Iman,
Maybe.
do you have
Yes.
any question?
No.
Is it clear? Do you understand clearly the rule?
Yes. Yes, clear.
Good. Yeah, good. You tell me, if you have any question, you just. Sokani, do you understand the first aspect of this alphabet?
Yes.
Yes, okay. There is someone coming. Let's see, we have Sokani, Marine. Oh, Marine, tell me, is it clear? Make everything clear?
Yes, everything is clear for me.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and that's it. Okay, good. Okay, so now we're going to move to the second part. Okay, so the second part have nothing to do with that. Okay, it's completely different. So you just forget about the normal sound, the soft sound, and the heavy sound. It's completely different. Okay, so we're going to write, it will be like this. So it'll be, maybe I do another color to make sure that it's very different, maybe green. Okay, so you have the 6 line, 7 line, 8 line, and that's it. And this is very important to know, like, this alphabet have to be understood in this way, because actually it's a way to count in Tibetan. You can say ka, 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 na. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 nya. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is like a way to count. So in the text, in a religious text, you don't say 1, 2, 3, 4 chapter. We say chapter ka, chapter na, like this. And also the corpus is divine also in this way. So it's understand to understand this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. Okay? So okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit strange, but you will understand why. So we go here, right, here. So 6 line, okay, 7 line, 8 line. Okay, and I'm going to put some dots where you will find those letters. Like this. Okay, and why I'm doing that? Because there is no more logical, linear logical in this second part. This is why I say first part of the writer and second part. There is no more logical aspect. Now it's kind of mixed, but you have to understand there is a differentiation, sound like the same, but a different, like maybe articulation or different way to pronounce. So we need to learn like groups together. And these groups are not one next to the other. So you have to have a, how can I say, understanding of where are the letters, and then we can start to learn about the difference between those different things. Okay. So the first thing we're going to learn, maybe I put another note red, maybe purple, whatever, is this one. So this letter is actually connecting to this one. And those drawings are not completely arbitrary. You will see there is some meaning. Like before I say, like, I don't know, well, wow, obviously it's a fox because there is only fox like this. But even this one, this is orange. And in Tibetan, it's saluma. So it starts with this letter. This is a mouse. So mouse in Tibetan is tsitsi. So you see using this letter. So this is why those letters are not completely arbitrary. They kind of making the sound, the main sound of those objects. This is why there is those letters. So here you get actually two chameaux. There is one chameau and another chameau. And it's a little bit different, but also very same. The only difference is higher or lower. And that makes the difference. But the word itself is the same. So you have to pronounce it correctly. Otherwise, you can mix the two, and it's very different. Mushroom and hat. You can say, be careful, there is the mushroom here, and they are maybe venomous. You cannot say, be careful, there is hat here, and you cannot eat them because they are venomous. Like, what? Who is going to eat a hat? Anyway, so that's kind of thing. Or your hat, your mushroom is not very beautiful today. No, anyway, it's kind of weird. So you have to pronounce it correctly. So here, this letter here is both sharp. So CHA, CHA. So this I cannot do anything. That's both sharp. There is a difference. There is a lower one and a higher one. Okay, so maybe I go this way. I make some arrow. So this sha actually go lower. Sha. So you say CH, that's this man, but sha like that. Okay, and this one you go higher voice. Sha. You see? Sha. Sha. That's the difference. Okay, so I'm going to write in here. So CH, but going down, and this one here, CHA going up. Okay, so sha, sha, that's the one. Then you have kind of same kind of feeling between two other letters, the next to it. So I'm going with another color, maybe yellow, one. Okay, so here, this letter is exactly the same as this one. So I'm going to write it S-A. S-A. There is no difference, same. But there is also kind of the same kind of things. So here you get sa, a bit lower, heavier. And it means actually something. It means to eat. When you eat something, you say sa, and you can think this way. Going to eat something like it's heavy. I'm going to eat a lot of things become heavy, so you can have this kind of feeling, thinking about that. This one is also sa, but it's a bit higher, and it means a lot of things. Very important letter in Tibetan. It means the earth element. Sa, the earth element, is also the ground. It's also the place when you do things. For example, if place where you study, Lobjong Jesa, like the place where we study. So I don't know. For example, you say like a bar where I am now. It's like Tongsa, place where we drink. So sa means you add at the end of the word, and it means the place where you do things. Even like path or road. In Tibetan, we say josa. Jo means to go. Josa means the place where we go, basically the road. Okay? So you have this aspect. So maybe I write in yellow also here in the board here. So you get sa and sa. And you can remember easily because they are next to each other. So the lower going down is next to the lower going down, and the going up is next to the going up, which is kind of convenient for us. Okay. Next, you have another groups. Okay, but this time there is three letters. So this one, and this one. Okay, and the sound now is ah. So like, how can we be three ah? Because I mean, are so much different, but it's a little bit different. So the first ah or first a, but pronounced ah, yeah, like French. So French people are very easy with this one because it's like French ah. Don't know if you say in English ah, maybe like apple, like ha. Anyway, ah. Okay, it's just ah. You don't do any weird stuff. Just go ah, ah, ah bon, ah, like this. This is the first one. So ah, no weird stuff. Then you have these two. So this one is like HA. You go ah, ha, ha, ah, you go like some H on top of it. It will be here. Ah, like this. And the last one is a very long, strong ah. It's like in Tibetan, you have this word we call like in Tibetan, like a very rounded, low voice song. Ah, like that will be different. So ah, so if you resume, you have ah, ha. You don't need to sing anyway, huh? But that's kind of the feeling here. Okay, so that's a very important part we have done here. Let's make it nice here. Because I will send you the thing after, so at least you have some note and everything. Let's see if everyone understand. Marine, do you understand all these different aspects? The letter from the first part column and the second, and all this group you have seen with sha, like going down, going up, sa, going down, going up, and three ah, ah, ha, ah. Is it okay? Any question regarding that?
It's okay. It's just we have to learn them by heart, so we need to know them to be sure there is no indication maybe in the writing process to help us determine if it's going
Yeah, you
down or
can have
going
this.
up.
Yeah. You have a little trick. It's more like a trick than anything. But if you make like a little guy here and you go around this path, you will see me going down. If you do the same here, you put the same little guy and you go around and you actually going up. So you can remember for these two. The other one, you can find your own way. You can find, I don't know, like this one is like a frog, like to hit. So you can feel, oh, I'm going to hit. It's going to be heavy, my belly going to be full, so you can think this way, And ah, you can see it's really almost look like a normal ah. So it's like, oh, normal sound, normal ah. This one, if you look, it look like a little bit like H somehow,
Yeah.
like this kind of thing. And the last one, if you are a fan of like I don't know, Hinduism or something is really like this when you write the and things like that. So you can thinking it's very kind of similar. So this is when you think like, oh, this is the one. But this is a very interesting letter, and it's actually kind of very philosophical because it's like the primordial sound of the universe, like you in many Buddhism texts or whatever, we just write this letter, and people meditate on this letter just because everything is like the original source of everything. There is no artificial, no the sound, no movement in your mouth, whatever. So this is very kind of very, how you say, very kind of full of meaning kind of letter. You can say something like, okay, so now you see how many left? Not so much. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And then we will cover all the 30 letters of the Tibetan alphabet. There is nothing else. So we're going to learn these three, the last one, okay, which has no connection whatsoever to each other. So we see the first part of the table was very kind of pattern, like three first line, three first column with different modulation of the sound, the fourth one completely different. And there is like this pattern. Here we have seen three patterns, the two group of sa, sa, and ah. And now no more. They're just completely arbitrary kinds. But those songs are like missing. We need those songs. Okay. The first one here, maybe I put in, I don't know, maybe give perfect. Okay. So this one here will be ja. No, ja. Like in German, ja, ja, Fräulein, double. Like you say yes in German. Okay. So this one will be just ja. And you see, this animal is not, let's say, arbitrary because ya k, yak. It's like this yak animal. And of course, you start with ya. That's why. So ya, just normal ya. This one may be a bit challenging. I don't know, we will see, because it's R, R, but it's a bit like Italian or Spanish R. It's not French like that. It's more like R nearby G, like kind of thing. So it's Ra, 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 or something like that. So this one, Ra, here, okay, Ra. And you see there is this goat, whatever is it, it's exactly the same, because actually this means that. So ra, if you say just this word ra, or this sound ra, it means actually goat. So if you say ra, it's a letter, but it's also goat. For us, it's kind of weird, like thinking like how a letter could be something, but why not? We don't use B, G, T, or maybe like English a little bit like when you play golf, you have a T, so, but at least there is this two E, but imagine you just say T like this for this object, something like that. Anyway, so this one is Ra, and it means goat, okay? And the last one we're going to cover today will be the end of our lesson with this aspect. It will be La. So La, very simple, La. You have this one. And that's it. So these three are going to make some round like this because they are very kind of isolated, because there is no pattern, there is no other similarities, there is nothing like they are by themselves. You see? So we see here, the first part of the column and the table, and here's the second part. So it's kind of easy to focus where are the letters. This way you will say, oh, this letter is part of the first column. I mean, the first part of the table, okay? This group. So if you know that, you just have to remember, oh, is it something completely different, like the fourth column? Okay. In this case, you will know there is no different letter close to this one, or is this part of the first three letter? This one, oh, this guy here. Oh, I remember. This one is not something completely different. It's connecting to two others. And then the next thing you will need to know is it the normal sound, the soft sound, or the ABC. So that's the way you will learn like Tibetan. Say, oh, for example, I write one letter, let's say this one. So I want one letter here. Okay, so going to learn slowly, and I will ask you to do some line in order to practice, how to write letter, and I will send you some chart with arrows. So I will say, like, for example, you go first this one, first arrow, then you go down, so second arrow, you go here, three, and then of course, as we said before, we go up to down. Okay, and then you will know how to learn. So when you practice writing, you will have this arrow, but I don't need to do a course on that. I think you know 1, 2, 3, so you just have to follow 1, 2, 3, and you will be able to do the letter. So that's kind of easy. Anyway, so when you're going to learn those letters, you have to think in this way. Oh, this one, what part of the table did it belong? Is it the first part or the second part? Okay, so that's the first question you should ask. So let's say here is here. So it belongs to the first part. Okay, so you cross this one. And then you have to say, okay, in the first part, there is two things. There is one fourth column. We have letter, we have no connection whatsoever. Or the first three columns, we are kind of together with the sound normal, soft, and heavy. And then you have to remember which line is belong to. Okay, so you will go, oh, I remember this guy is not on this fourth column. Okay, so that's make sure that there is some other letter, two other letters very close to him. So you go, okay, which line? This guy, oh yeah, the fourth line. Okay, I remember the first line, which is the pa line. Okay, so you first need to remember this is something like pa, means he belongs to this group here. Okay, then you have to remember which sound. Is it the normal one, the soft one, or the heavy one? That will be the way you learn it. Okay, and you go, oh, I remember, that's the last. Or you can think the last. The last is the heavy, the in between is the soft, and the first is the normal. It's kind of easy because you think like first normal, because you just say the sound one time, so first normal, then you go soft and heavy, soft, heavy. You always do this way. So you remember, oh, this guy is the last one. So it's the last one of the person. So he's here. So then you combine these two aspects. You get pa and the EV pa. Okay, so now you pronounce pa in an EV way. Pa, and you find the letter. So you see, it's not like, well, if you learn the Tibetan, French alphabet or English alphabet, there is no such a thing. You get A, B, C, D, E, and you don't like, oh, there is two E's, there is a soft E. No, but actually, it seems complex, but it helps a lot because you can find groups and you can divide in your learning the first part with this pattern, the second part with other pattern, and some three-letter completely, that's like outsider, or what do you call it? Yarara. So you go Yarara, oh, those guys are completely beside that. And then you go Sha, oh, wait, there is two. It's going down and going up. Which one is this? There is Sa, oh, yeah, wait. There is two Sa. There is going down and going up. And there is Ah. Okay, yes, but three. Ha, ha. Ah. Then, okay, which one? So no, so you can adjust this aspect of grouping letter when you learn. That's a very important aspect. And if you do that, you will find that not so hard. You will tell me in the comment below or even in the WhatsApp group and how you're going to learn and what is your difficulty, your different point. Okay? But now your homework, it's very important. It's to learn how to write, recognize, and be able to hear and know what letter is that. Okay, so that's the three different kind aspect. So I recommend, okay, I cannot say do that, do this. I'm not this kind of guy. You're free. I mean, you do what you like, but if you want to learn the Tibetan alphabet, okay, we will concentrate 3 lessons on that. So the next lesson, I'm going to learn the voice and also some combination. So we will start right away on the syllable. So you understand what is important and what is not, because you will see some letters have more, let's say, weights than some. For example, like what, we don't care so much because this guy is just false. If you don't have fox in your life, you can completely forget this letter because you will never use it. But anyway, some of the letter in the syllable, you will see play a very important role when reading the letter, reading the syllable, some not. So you will see we will focus on some major letter and the other you can take your time to study, but doesn't mean it's not so important. Okay? So I recommend, as I was saying, to listen to the alphabet sound. And we're going to send in the WhatsApp group the sound of the alphabet speaking by a Tibetan, woman and man. So you can choose which one you prefer. If you're a woman, you can use this woman way to speak Tibetan, which is actually nice because it's strong and soft at the same time. So it's kind of cool to hear. Or man, it's fine too. Okay, that's the first thing. Next, you're going to do some line. Okay, so you, for example, you take a piece of paper, here, like this. Maybe find a new board. Let's find a board like this. Okay. By the way, I will send you the board, so you will have the board. You can see and not rely only on your note, but also on this. Also way. Okay. And then you're going to do some line. But when you do that, remember always to look at that's the model, the best way to write. So let's say you want to write this letter K. Okay, so this is the model. Okay, and then you're going to do line like K, like point, and then K. But when you do that, don't take the mistake to look here. Okay, you always need to go back to the original one. And in the original one, you will see you will have arrows. So telling you go this first, then this one, then this one, then you go down to the fourth, then go down to the fifth. So you will have this drawing. Then you need to look at this each time and do some line. And each time you do the line, you repeat. So this one, for example, is car. So each time you go, I go this is down, and I say car, and again like this. So I don't know how many lines you need to remember, but this is really up to you. If you need 2 lines, 3 lines, 10 lines, 100 lines, I mean, I must say I don't care, but that's not so nice to say. But just say, see how much you need. For the next lesson, I'm expecting that you practice. Okay? Not perfectly recognize or know by heart. No, not necessarily. You practice, and then we're going to improve our understanding of the letter by learning the syllable, Tibetan syllable. So you will still have to learn and improve your understanding and your way to recognize the letter. But take your time, have some fun. You know, Tibetan, I mean, should be fun and cool, and not something boring or whatever. So I try to make like appealing lesson. I hope so, and making things like not so hard on you and kind of cool. I don't know. This is my hand, but I'm not sure I succeed. But anyway, that's I want to try. So this I will send a picture. Okay, so I will send a picture of the board so you can rely on it. And of course, if you have any question, you can leave comment below uh, in English or whatever. Soon it will be also in Chinese. So if you are Chinese and you want to read in Chinese or write a comment in Chinese, that's fine too. And then see if you have any question for the last aspect. So let's say, Sogani, did you understand everything? Do you have any question regarding this first lesson?
I understand, but
Yes.
it's a lot.
It's what? I didn't get it. Speak a little bit louder.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing also. You have to understand. Each video lesson will be a lot of stuff. This is why we record. Okay, so when you record, you will have in the YouTube channel, and you can take all the time you want to listen again and again and again and again, to stop, to think, to write, to do whatever you want. So don't expect to understand everything after the lesson, because each lesson will be that's dance, that's full, and of course you cannot remember all I say just by listening one time. This is why purpose of this course, you are here following with me online. If you have any question, right, you can ask. But after, you have all the time to go to the YouTube and watch this video as much as you want. You can watch 10 times, 100 times. This is up to you. The thing is, this is very the concept of this channel. Okay, Tibetan class is the lesson is very dense, a lot of information, and each time you will be like this, a lot of information. But after you have very lot of time, you can go back to the video, stop me talking, and then thinking about what we say, and take your time. No rush, no rush. Okay, I will never go very fast. I will never find a situation where you get overwhelmed. Okay, you will see if you spend some time listening to the video, trying to do the writing, practicing the listening of the alphabet, it will be not so hard. So it's new. I fully understand that, but take your time. Okay, go to the YouTube channel. You can record yourself. You can see if it look like what you hear. I mean, there is a lot of things. So take your time. Take it easy. Okay, it's the easy concept. It's easy peasy. Like peacefully, easily study. Not boring. Not say complicated. It's based on a very reasonable pace. And you will see if you spend some time listening this video, it will make a lot of sense and it will be not so hard. Don't worry. I'm very well aware about what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. Marine, what do you think? Is it clear? Do you have any questions so far?
Perfectly clear, no question my side. Maybe you could just finish after maybe the last person spoke and said the mind with retelling each letter for us. So if we want to re-listen once again, we can have just the last minutes so we can hear your voice again and again, so we are more attuned
Yeah,
to it
you
for
can
the
do
next
that, but
lesson.
you will have a Tibetan speaker. I'm Tibetan is okay, but it's
Yes,
never it
but in
couldn't
the
be better
future.
than Tibetan. So you will have a Tibetan speaker in a group. So you will hear,
Mhm.
as I said, a man and a woman. So you can choose, and you will see woman is very interesting. If you are woman, you should try to imitate the woman Tibetan speaker because it's very beautiful. It's very different from man. It's I mean, there is like a strong and soft at the same time. It's a very special mix. So as a woman, try to get this way of speaking Tibetan. It will be beautiful. And I don't know anyone who do that. I'm a man, so I'm focusing on speaking Tibetan like a man. But I don't recommend you do that. If you are a woman, you should try to speak like Tibetan woman, and it will be amaze everyone because you will be alone in the world, like foreigners speaking like Tibetan woman. That will be very interesting. And if you can succeed, that's very amazing. But you will see it's very different. Even for me, when women speak, I have to be like, it's not so easy because there is a very special way to speak in Tibetan for women, which is completely different from men. So I can do what you ask, but I will more recommend to listen to the Tibetan woman and kind of get this feeling, how as a woman I'm speaking Tibetan. That's very interesting. Very.
Okay.
And I will
Thank
also put a lot of emphasis on this course. I want my students to speak the Tibetan, the song like Tibetan. Many people they don't really care. I absolutely care. So we're going to focus a lot about listening Tibetan people and try to really articulate the words they do, articulate like the melody of the sentences, so it sounds really like Tibetan. And there is a lot of meaning behind this melody and everything. So it's not about just aestheticism. It's also about understanding clearly what people say and what you're going to say. So this is very important. So I will recommend to listen the Tibetan alphabet more and more, again and again and again, and try to imitate the same sound. Like go ka ka, and you will see the woman is. I cannot produce this kind of song. You will see it's a very unique. So I will definitely send you both links for the woman and man. I can even put in a comment below because actually it's free of royalty, whatever. It's online, so you can go to the website and listen, and it's perfectly okay. So yeah, I will really recommend that. Okay, let's see. Iman, do you have any questions so far?
No,
No, is it clear? How it feel? Because it's the first
yes,
time
very
you
clear.
encounter this language, this letter. I know you are very polyglot, you speak a lot of language, but it's kind of new for you. So can you give me your like feeling, overall feeling, overall feeling, let's
I
say.
will tell you later. I have several advices. I will tell you later.
Okay. And what about Sokani? Also first time learning Tibetan.
Yes.
What do you feel? How do you feel this way?
Yeah, it's interesting and
Okay.
a lot of work.
So don't be overwhelmed. This is going to have always the same feeling because my teaching is very dense, dense. That's the word. So don't be overwhelmed. Just say, okay, that's the first thing. I'm going to listen peacefully more and more and relax. And then, of course, you can always ask questions in the WhatsApp group, in the YouTube comments, everywhere. I don't know, many other channels we're going to, let's say, promote this course, you can always ask comment and we're going to reply with you. Okay? Thank you so much. If you don't have any question, I wish you a wonderful day and see you for the next lesson. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Tâche de